Good evening and many thanks for allowing me to be your skipper on the Primetime News Ship for the next 20 or so minutes as we make sense of the current affairs waters around us. This is the Wednesday edition. I'm Michael Madimba. Now, tonight's bulletin commences with a developing story. Following the accident that occurred on the B2 road between Swakopmund and Arandis involving a cargo delivery truck and a pickup truck. In light of this, the Namibian police force in the Eronga region have identified the men who died in the head-on collision as Monet Gareth Openshaw. Staying in the Eronga region, where 14 shacks on Tuesday morning burnt down in Swakopmund after men left a cooking fire unattended. It is reported the fire intensified due to the strong winds spreading to the neighboring shacks. Police confirmed that over 30 people were affected by the fire. The fire was eventually subdued by municipal firefighters as well as community members. Moving on, the Namibia International Women's Peace Center hosted a stakeholders breakfast meeting earlier today to introduce the center's 5-year strategic plan. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of International Relations and Cooperation Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah in remarks stated that the Namibia International Women's Peace Center is the first center in Southern Africa, focusing its primary efforts on women, peace and security, which offers it a strategic opportunity to be both a hub and a coordination center for women, peace and security activities in the region. Petrus Namadiko filed this report.
As a result, the Namibian International Women's Peace Center strives to be a center of excellence that fills a special gap in the global community of institutions working in the field of women, peace and security. It also seeks to strengthen regional and global innovation to advance the women, peace and security agenda by promoting intergenerational conversations to tap into youth's collective power, purposefully ensuring male engagement and working with male gender champions to combat gender inequality for a more just, peaceful and inclusive society, and to work with other centers to produce data on women, the peace and security agenda in general, and in Africa specifically that is gender and age disaggregated. The strategic plan, also known as the roadmap, outlines the center's strategic orientation for the following 5 years from 2023 to 2028 and is the product of the tireless work of numerous important partners and stakeholders. Reporting for Primetime News, Diana Kauta.
On to the political front. Landless People's Movement constituency councillors from the Karas region were on Tuesday sworn in as lawmakers. Both freshly elected Keetmanshoop Rural constituency councillor Willem Labushkagni and returning Karasburg East councillor Anseline Vincentina Beekes were sworn in by Chief Justice Peter Chivute. The LPM seats in the National Council fell vacant after Beekes and former Keetmanshoop Rural constituency councillor Gerrit Wiedboy were elected to serve on the management committee of the Karas Regional Council in 2021. Now, an inmate from the Windhoek Correctional Facility reportedly escaped from the Windhoek Central Hospital recently, where he was admitted for a SONA examination. According to an incident report by the Namibian Police Force, 38-year-old Isak Alfius was sentenced for housebreaking with aggravating circumstances and 3 rape cases on 13 October 2020 at Omaruru in the Eronga region. The police report appealed to anyone with information regarding the fugitive to immediately contact the Windhoek Correctional Facility or the nearest police station to ensure his apprehension. Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Biz segment, where we delve into the latest happenings within the spheres of business, economics and development. We begin with housing matters. Urban and Rural Development Minister Erastus Uthoni recently officially handed over 33 houses constructed by the National Housing Enterprise at Sandi in the Umsati region. Jekonia Nehemiah filed this report.
In his remarks, Uthoni stated that the cost of housing makes it inaccessible for people to have homes, with middle to low income earners struggling to find decent housing. He added that the 33 families in the Tandi village will now be able to tick off an important item from their list of basic needs, as they now have a decent shelter to call their own. At the same event, National Housing Enterprise Board Chairperson Tosca Sem highlighted that the shortage of serviced land and high pricing from local authorities and village councils are a challenge which at times contributes to high cost when the housing project is done. Tosca Sem expressed gratitude to the Tandi Village Council for their support in availing affordable land to the NHE and also the contractor Kambwa Trading Close Corporation for finishing the project. Reporting for Primetime News, Ndamona Kanganjera.
On to regional business updates. Angola and the Democratic Republic of Congo are pinning hopes for economic revival on the revamp of an iconic African railway connecting mineral-rich inland areas to the Atlantic Ocean. The gist in this report.
Earlier this month, Luanda and Kinshasa granted a group of investors a 30-year concession to operate the line linking Angola's seaport of Lobito to Kolwezi, a southern city in the heart of DRC's Copper Belt. Partially funded by the United States, the $555 million project is expected to boost mineral export and intra-African trade and cements Angola's diplomatic pivot to the west. Currently stretching about 1,700 kilometers, the railway was completed around 100 years ago by British investors interested in getting copper out of Africa. The Angolan section of the line was closed during the height of the country's 1975 to 2002 civil war and remained in disuse afterwards due to damage. Rebuilt by a Chinese company, it reopened in 2015, but traffic has struggled to take off. The Congolese stretch dates back to colonial times and is poorly maintained, said Marcel Lungange, head of infrastructure at the DRC's National Railway Company. DR Congo is respectively the world's and Africa's biggest producer of cobalt and copper. Both minerals are used to build solar panels, wind farms and electric vehicles. Reporting for Primetime News, Diana Kauta.
This concludes our talk segment for tonight. Stay tuned for the Econ Roundup, but first, a look at how the weather prospects are shaping up throughout the length and breadth of the country in the weather forecast. Welcome to Sport Planet, your source for all things action-packed in the world of sports. Our sports correspondent Hezron Kapanga continues to do a sterling job in Paris, France, providing coverage of the 2023 Paris World Para-Athletic Championships. He reports that Namibia's T11 female sprinter Lahia Ishitile and her guide Sam Shimanda on Tuesday night won Namibia's first medal at the championships. Ishitile and Shimanda, who have been impressive with their performances throughout the heats and semi-final, finished second in the final behind Thalita Simplicio of Brazil and her guide Felipe Veloso to win a silver medal for Team Namibia at the 2023 championships. Sport Planet brings us an exclusive interview with the athlete. Let's have a listen.
Congratulations for the silver first. How was
tough? It was tough to do because it's even my first time winning the medal, and it's even my first time to go to the final. It was a tough one.
And what went through your mind ahead of this competition? Did you promise yourself that you are going to do it at this competition after the last time you broke the record was 2016?
Let me say, just last night, I almost gave up because of the time that Thalita did of 56 something. Then for me, I just thought of, I'll go for it tomorrow, and I really don't care, any color I get, it will be my biggest achievement.
And now going ahead of the 2024 World Paralympic Games in the times that you are running, how does this make you feel? What motivation does this give you?
Because I even been telling my coach and my guide that I don't want to go to 2024. I will train for 4 years or 5 years so that I will kill them at 2028 in USA. But for now, it's a big encouragement to myself. So I'll go for it.
Okay. Kudos to Lahia. Continue raising the Namibian flag high with other athletes representing Namibia. On to some football. The national senior football team Brave Warriors were on Tuesday eliminated from the COSAFA Cup after their goalless draw with Botswana at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban, South Africa. The Brave Warriors failed to register a win in their group stage matches at the championships and finished bottom of Group A with 2 points. South Africa booked their places in the semi-finals of the COSAFA Cup after finishing as the group winner with 7 points. In an interview after their goalless draw against Botswana, Brave Warriors national gaffer Colin Benjamin said they started the game with 3 debutants and it was unfortunate they did not capitalize on the opportunities they created. Your sports roundup is up next. On that final note, we've reached the conclusion of the Primetime News Midweek Edition. We cannot thank you and appreciate you enough for your viewership. If it's your first time on our platform, we encourage you to follow the prompts on your screen, subscribe for daily updates, and engage with us by tapping the like and share buttons, not forgetting to recommend our channel to family and friends. By doing so, you contribute to the growth of our platform and provide us impetus to deliver content that resonates with our audience. I will be with you on the morrow for the Thursday edition. Otherwise, from myself, Michael Madimba, and the creative team behind the curtain, it's good night.